Greetings everyone, Battery Age back with another episode of Motorsports Manager. We are getting ready for the Beijing Grand Prix. There are only 2 races left in this season, and we have some thinking to do. Not the least of which is looking at our staff. Our lead designer has a contract up in 3 months. Now, while he is getting $22,000, I'm thinking we may wish to do a little scouting here. Looking at designers. One of those people I was looking at here was Katie Paulson. Now, she's not young, but that's okay. With an engine of 17, a gearbox of 15, brakes and suspension of 9 each. Wow, okay. And no work on the spoiler, but since our spoilers are factory generated, might be a good thing to get us through the next couple of years. So I'd like to approach her. Let's talk and start negotiations. Wages are fairly important to her, so let's take a look at that. We're probably looking at a 26-month contract, so at the end of the year after next, into 2018, she would like a signing fee, let's say $60,000, qualifying bonus for 5th or above, say $6,000, and a race bonus. Let's put us on the podium. I'll give you an additional $12,000. Now, with wages fairly important, we're probably looking at doubling our cost for a good designer. I think we're going to submit that in and see what we get with our proposal. All right, we've got a vote coming up. I'm just going to go ahead and push us through the after we get the car repaired and whatnot, and get the repairs going and the things that we talked about before as needing improved, and I will see you at the vote. Okay, it's time to look at our proposal. Interesting. Let's go back to the negotiation table. Okay, what is she looking at? Last chance. Oh, wants more money and prefers a bigger signing fee. Okay, 90,000 and 56,000. I think we can do. Happy, and not so happy on those. We're going to give this a try and see if this will work. Insulted. Well, let's give this one last try here and see if this will work. Okay, it is time for our vote in any event, so let's go to the voting center. This is to whether or not we'll have longer races. This would generally allow the cream to run up to the top. Probably would not support us. We have 2 voting power. I think we're going to vote against it here, just to make sure we get 3 votes. And rejected. So we've gotten that and made our day. All right, so we will not have a longer lapse, and next year's rules, our new race in Rio. Practice sessions will last 20 minutes. So we'll have longer practice sessions, but less time in the actual races. Okay, let's move up here to our suspensions. Oh goody, we've had a new dilemma. Going bonkers, boss. Can't think straight, don't know what I'm good at anymore. I really find it practicing quality sessions harder and harder. Should concentrate on racer, quality trait, or timesheet hero. Let's go with racer quality. So let's take a look at what that does to our driver. The new racer bit gives his impact of +2 during the race. Fighting on a pack of 20 cars, how wonderful. So that really pushes up his numbers. He's also a pay driver. And not doing too bad altogether. All right, the car is done. Let's fit the part. Both drivers are content. And what we need to do now is really get that suspension up to snuff. So let's go into our improved parts. And while it won't be completely ready till after the race, we will get that percentage way up there. And this one is not illegal, but it's 150 out of 165. Maybe we'll see about just tweaking that up just a little bit. So every little bit will help. And our male suspension build is finished. There we go. All right. Feedback needed. And here's our contract proposal. No way I'm signing a deal like that. Forget it. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well now. Not what we wanted to hear when we're scouting designers. And she doesn't want anything to do with us, so which is a shame, because there was some definite pluses there. When you look at the numbers, the 60s and the 50s, you can start to see she wanted something in this upper category. And we don't have enough money to cause one of these folks to break their contract. And I don't think we're going to have enough on a cost per race basis to do anything there. So with that out the door, I guess what we're going to have to go is head back to our designer here and unfortunately see about renewing his contract. Let's start negotiations. I don't want that through the end of that number. He certainly doesn't currently have a qualifying bonus, but we're going to give him one if he gets us in the top 5. And I think we'll give him a bonus if he puts us in the money. That'll give him a nice little raise, and we'll see if he'll bite on that, I guess. He has put some folks on podiums before and has had some wins, but that was with Marshall GT. And here's his answer. All right, report on the upcoming race. That's nice. Factory feedback. Yes, and the contract offer is accepted, so we're going to go ahead and sign on the dotted line. Glad we got that renewal out of the way. So our staff is pretty much taken care of for next year already. Our HQ is coming along. We have our staff center be ready in 7 weeks. We'll be able to get new items up for bids there. Be able to upgrade new buildings, our factory and our design center. And of course a whole host of new buildings that will become unlocked once we get that staff center. And some upgrades as well. Alright, I will be back once we are ready to go to practice. I will see you then. Alright everyone, we're back for practice time. We've set up the cars. And we're going to go out and do a 2-lap qualifying trim. And run out and see what we can get here. And instead here we're going to do a race trim and run 4 laps. Yeah. I think that'll work. And see where we stand. I want to see if we can't get that qualifying bonus just to have something to go with here. Looking like going to be like a lot of rain on the track. Gear ratios seem way too short. Okay, so we want the longer gear ratios. Okay, so all right, we want to work the cornering perhaps just a little more. Move that handling down a little bit. That gear ratio a little bit longer. See where that gets us. Man, just lap qualifying trim. Gonna send that out one more time in that qualifying trim. just to kind of get a feel for that. Okay, cornering very poor. Yep, we're gonna move that thing way in that general direction. Handling is okay. Okay, well, we like what we see on this. So our cornering is great, our handling is great, our speed balance is excellent. That is just the kind of thing we want to run with. Take a look there and see if we can make up some better numbers here. Race trim level 2 is set up. And I think that's not bad. Well, we actually have somebody who was at the top of the charts. That's a cool sign. Silvera at the top of the charts. Of course, racing on the softer tires makes a big difference. Welcome back, everyone. It's raining for practice day. For 2 days, we got some rain, so that's to be expected. So for the next 8 minutes, the water is going to be ever increasing amounts on track. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. So we're going to try to get these guys out there real quickly. Before it gets too wet. number of people have decided to come out on for wets. Just hoping we'll finish well enough. Several seconds behind. Oh, these numbers are most assuredly not good. Put these guys back out on softs and see if we can get better times out of them in a hurry. And a lot of people are back out trying to get numbers. If we'll have enough. I'm hoping we have enough to at least get one person past that threshold. I think we will. I think we'll have both folks in. We've made it to the second round of qualifying, everyone. How awesome is that? Brace yourselves. We actually might start better than 15th. And I do believe, yes, we've had our main competition has managed to assert themselves quite a bit better than we have, and we'll take qualifying for round 2. This will qualify us for our guaranteed rate of 16th or above, however. All right, I think we're going to send these guys out. Only we're going to send them out on wets. See if we can get him through one more round into I won't blow through all my tires just yet. Still in the pits, will not have enough chance to run a flying lap, I'm afraid. Which means it appears both of our drivers are going to, wait a minute, yep, pass the threshold and make it into the top 10. Great qualifying session here for us in China. This is not a position we normally find ourselves in. Okay. This is quite interesting. I really don't expect us to finish better than 9th and 10th and start there, but that would be a nice session here. Okay, looks like we're back to the Sunshine State. And remember that whatever we finish with, we have to start the race on. So, send out. Tire choice is our bit. The race 2 starts. Ooh, that's what we got to start on. Okay. Well then. Brake temperatures are perfect, and that's okay. They will heat up. Seconds off the pace is not a big surprise. Again, we're just not equipped yet to make these moves, but that's okay. To see the other American team doing so well is kind of disappointing, but you know, it's a long race and we've got a chance to maybe surprise them. And starting 8th and 9th will be fine, I think. We will start the race that way, though. And I think we're going to leave our everything just the way it is. So we're going to go right through to the race. We'll speed this up right through the end. There's some folks going out trying to better their place. I'm just happy we're in the top 10. I know you could do a better lap, but that's okay. I don't want you to go out and blow any more tires. That's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen, is tire management. And you'll see it in the way we set up the our racing to start with here. It's race day, everyone. We are ready to go. As you can see, our car setups are pretty good. Both have an excellent. Everything else is great. We got one perfect and one not just about as perfect. We're going to have to get Vanessa in after a couple of laps and then William right after that to change tires. And I think we'll see where we end up with that. So here we are on the starting grid, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming off 8th and 9th. And the lights are out. We will start dropping places. In part because of our strategy with our tires. Give both of our drivers control of their not bad for our little pay driver here. Alright, I'm going to bring him in and get him on some better tires. For obvious reasons, we want to do that. Not worry about fuel. And our part conditions are all in good shape, so yeah, it will take some time off that, but once we get on the better tires, I think it's going to make a big difference. And then next time by, we're going to bring in Shannon here, so we're going to move that up just a little bit. Put some intermediate pieces on. Here it come. Our recharging's good. All 4 tires are good, and we're out in 20th place. Now we're a ways behind the crowd, but that's okay. We've got slower wear on our tires, and we'll slowly catch up. Recharging was good. All 4 tires are good. And out we are in 18th place. Don't want to strain the engine too much until we get where we need to be. As you can see, more folks are starting to make pit stops. That will allow us to do some catching up. Ahead of our sponsor's objective. Look for some of these folks in the first pack to start heading into the pits as their tire wear runs off. We'll speed things up just a little bit. There's one in the pits. While it won't let us pass them, it will get us much closer. So as the pack starts to come back to one another, start working those tire heat back up a little bit. The tires are getting a little cold. Let's see, 25 laps remaining. No, recharge battery. I think we're going to put the tire choice to intermediates, let it run on that, even though we don't have the lower tire wear with those, so we can get the bits there. Fuel options. And this will be the only time we need to take fuel. An additional 25% to the charge ought to be good. There has been lapped. Might get that lap back here shortly, though. We're going to have 21. There's 20 laps left to go. Everything's good, coming out in 17th place and 19th place. Both drivers down a lap. Taking a look at who's in front of us, though. Yes, there's a 16th spot. And moving into 18th. As some of the lap traffic begins to make pit stops. Once again, I don't think it's going to help us win the race or necessarily gain a lot of positions. It will help us pick up some. look like there's going to be any rain. Is there? Nope, no rain. Grip is going to increase. There's another pit spot. And recharge the battery a little more. Bring them into pace. Our tire wear is not doing badly. All is good, coming out in 19th place. Last tire change, and away we go. And this should be all we need to do. Shannon looking to move up a space as he's pranged it. Oh my goodness. Oh my, we were having such a good race. And looking like we might actually make some space up. And he just pranged it into the wall. which means Silvera needs to salvage our cash for this track. Nope, we're not going to make it. Wait, mate, we might. We just might. Depends on this last corner. Yes. Just get the sponsors requirement for 16th place. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a disaster. Yeah, we were on par for a pretty decent race there. They're not going to find anything on our car. We have no risk of rule break. Unfortunately, that just killed us in the points. Now 23 points behind Yuma for 7th place. With 1 round to go. Yeah, William Janet must be wondering about his options for next season after a race like that. No kidding. Just not sure what's going on there. So let's see how long it's going to take. For us to get our parts back together again. Oh, here's our numbers. Traits 1. Rival with driver. And a big blow to the mechanics. Well, we did make nearly $500,000. And our team's standing in 8th place. Well, our job is secure. Oh, there's a whole bunch of unread messages. I am sure of that. Car condition updates, 42 hours to fix. 2 full days almost. So, the brewing rivalry between Shannon and Luca Gatto, but Nicholson Racing Driver has taken new rivals with some incendiary comments. He's such a moron. Have you ever spoken to the guy? I can barely stand to be in the same room as him. When asked of the chance of them two becoming teammates, the answer was even more derogatory. Not if my life depended on it. He's the scum of the earth, no mistake. Well, do we have a moment to answer a question? Sure. Bramby White, our number 2 driver, was Kenstrom GT. Always, certainly. I figured they were going to ask me about the crash. And so we'll get our car parts repairs complete. And I think that's what we're going to do for this day. We'll pick it up here next time with our job secure and the end of the season coming up next time. Until then, everybody, if you've enjoyed what you've watched, please consider subscribing, hitting that button. A thumbs up and comments are most certainly welcome and enjoyed. You can reach me on Twitter at BatteryH without an 1862 or any underscores. And that will always keep you in touch as to when I publish a new video, both racing and otherwise. Until next time, everybody, have a great day. Drive safe out there.